that was a bit of damage to me. I know I went way further down than I wanted to. I saw a spot to grab onto. This one has spots to grab onto.
A relic of
Got
some
it.
kind. Probably Banuk.
Found all the Banuk statues. Nice. Tech took. Falsely accused, exiled, starving and cold. I faltered. This I confess. As the death chills overcame me, I lost will and purpose, and felt the bottomless callousness of fate. But then, a vision. I saw in my mind's eye an endless white plain, with only a single figure waiting. It was you, and I knew, in death, if not in life, I would see you again. When the chills faded, I rose with new hope. I paint my mark here for you, in anticipation of our meeting, and leaving you this offering, though it will never touch the warmth of your hands. Why does this one still say it's got the exclamation mark there? I've got 1 skill point.
Going down fast. Just a little adjustment.
Now, head up there. This definitely looks like a main mission area too.
I must advise you against visiting Sunfall.
You again.
The powers that ordered your death believe they were successful. If you reveal yourself to their agents in Sunfall, your escape will have been for nothing.
Well, that's certainly ominous.
I got a side quest here though.
I shudder to think what sort of work the savages have been doing for Bahavas.
She's very pale. Is she unwell?
Yes. She's a fighter, but the fever on her won't lift. It only burns hotter. Her name is Shiana, my sister.
Isn't there anyone in Sunfall who can help?
We're refugees. We know our place. And there's only one healer in the territory. He's difficult. His soul is in shadow.
His soul is in shadow.
Galiv. That's him. He's very clever, but he has little care for people. Perhaps the desert scoured it all away. Perhaps he was always like that. Either way, I know he won't help us.
Well, I'll see about that. Where would I find him?
Last I heard, he was patching up soldiers at Blazon Arch. Another border battle. I'll keep them from you.
I hear folks keep disappearing in the night. Deserters, if you ask me.
A friend of mine has a theory that all the missing soldiers are posing as apostates in order to get close to Avad.
Look, if this cease...
Will they even let me in here? According to what he said.
Remember your place, stranger.
Okay, I'm just a stranger here. That works.
Fine goods for a fair price. Would you like... These aren't good.
Okay. Little do they know, I could take that on myself. And I have.
Severing, the proud tradition of the Carja.
It's not like this in Meridian. At least,
Give them time. I'm sure they missed. Stop, Aloy. One more step, and you'll deliver yourself to the very powers that seek your death.
they're wearing focuses. That much is true.
You'll have your reckoning, I promise. But not yet.
He's right. It's not time.
Okay, I can't go up there yet. Guessing that means it's main, definitely main story area. Whoa, I've got heaps of the luminous braiding again. Now? Not taking too long to get that stuff.
You'll like what I have for sale, I promise. A true artisan knows how to take his time and do things right. That's why we'll win this war.
I think this might be the last
A ceasefire?
what were they calling them? Vantage.
Sun and shadow. If you can't do it,
Who is he and how does he know these things? He said Elizabeth Sobek. What kind of name is that?
What I want to know, how are all these watchers already dead laying around the place? Who kills them? It's up there. I reckon I can even see it.
Dust won't stop blowing.
Easy done.
Forget about traveling light.
Ah, that's fine.
Day 12. As we watched the booster arc up into the night sky, riding a pillar of flame, you took my hand, squeezed it, and said, "You have written the story of our family across the stars."
No, there's one more. Hi Ma. Last stop. After this I'll have said everything I need to. It was just a routine launch, but for us it might as well have been Apollo 11. It was my first payload, a seeker extractor with an upgraded propulsion system I had designed. The vehicle was destined for M89282, an asteroid rich in ruthenium and tungsten, a metallurgic claim. As it happened, a family event through and through. So there we stood, in the open air as night fell and the stars came up. And of course, I was thinking of that night years before, when we watched the Perseids together and talked and dreamed of this very moment. You were thinking of it too, because when the booster launched, as it rose into the sky on its jet of flame, you took my hand and said, "You have written the story of our family across the stars." Even then I knew it wasn't true. The vehicle was headed for a rock, not a star. It was a routine launch, not even voyage of discovery. But my heart was too full to quibble. I just smiled and squeezed your hand back. It was the finest moment of my life. You and me, Ma. Onwards and upwards, the start of great things. But after you died and I broke down, the meaning of that night changed. Everything that had seemed wonderful seemed to turn rotten and false. It seemed false because it was false. I'd never written anything across the stars. Sure, I'd hoped to work on a project like that, a deep space probe or a colony ship, but it never happened. And now that my career was over, it never would. And then when I found out about the plague, the memory haunted me even worse, because it wasn't just me who failed to write a story across the stars. You see, it was all of us, our entire species, all our innovation, all our tech, all our striving, and it came to zero. I've been looking up the stars a lot, Ma, and the only story I see written across them is that we are small and insignificant and will soon disappear, with hardly a trace left behind. It's a hard story, and I don't much like it, so I guess maybe what I've been trying to do these past 12 days is tell a different story. Not a big story, written across the stars, but a tiny one, written across the humble earth of the only world we ever got to know. I have no reason to think that anyone or anything will survive to ever read it. But whether that happens or not, the truth of the story remains. That once upon a time, on a planet called Earth, there lived a boy named Bashar, who loved his mother very, very much. Goodbye, Ma. I love you. Bashar Mati, son of Amal and Behas Mati, stepson of Wyatt Mahanti, 24th November 2064. All I know, this is the past. We haven't found out what's happened to the past other than whatever company Bashar Mati worked for caused the downfall of human society and Earth itself. Oh, I almost missed that one. I'm yet to find out any names of companies, any roles that people had in the downfall of the society of Earth and all that. What the robots are. Not that far in the story. I don't think I want to be here. Might go there, 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 and then back in there. I don't know how many I can actually take over either. I want to check. Locked. Thought so. Locked. Unlocked for Behemoth. I can override Behemoths. Locked for Rockbreaker. Impossible for Corruptor. Okay, so I can override everything except the Rockbreaker, Thunderjaw, and Stormbird at the moment. That one I haven't discovered yet. I would say I can't override that one as well.
Gonna need this.
Starting to get some health back. Of course, another one over here. Maybe I'll be going around that way. Why do you look behind him? It was like, no one's going to notice me walking over there, are they?
Got one.
Oh, side quest over here. Neil again.
I waited for you. Time passing pulls the anticipation tight as wire. How many has it been now?
I don't know.
I don't keep count, Nil.
Yeah, I don't keep count.
Sometimes I just don't get you. Are you like us or a little different?
No, I'm not like
Hopefully
you.
a little different.
That's what you're gonna tell yourself. Shall we get started?
I'm certainly not like you, Neil.
For later.
I am expecting this group to be pretty hard. What level are these? Oh, it's only level 20.
I'll kill the shit.
You'll do. I'm not here.
Look!
Off you go.
At least he doesn't see Neil.
I'm about to have some fun.
You a coward? Face me.